Welcome back. Let's begin with politics this morning. And it appears as if the ripples from the concluded primaries from last week of the ruling party, the All Progressives Congress, are still coming through with many disagreements in some states of the Federation that the process, was fraudulent, was not satisfactory to some aspirants who lost out. As a matter of fact, in the coming days, we'll be doing a tally of those, especially at the National Assembly, who got a ticket to return and those who didn't get their tickets to return. In the main races, we know that there are many disagreements, and we're trailing one of those disagreements from Ebonyi State this morning, where we have a challenger to the Deputy Chief Whip of the Senate, Senator Ebonyi, who is saying that there was an agreement prior to this time that any candidate from, I believe, Ebonyi South would run for only one term. So is it true that indeed there was an agreement? If there was an agreement, was it written or not? So we have joining us this morning APGA chieftain and aspirant for the race and businessman Mr. Chikodiri Ojimba, who joins us virtually on the program. Mr. Ojimba, good morning, and thank you for joining us on the program.
Good morning from Ebonyi.
So give us a background story to this disagreement with the Deputy Chief Whip of the Senate, Senator Ebonyi, over the Ebonyi South senatorial ticket.
Thank you. A point of correction is not Ebonyi South, it's Ebonyi North senatorial district.
Oh, pardon me, please, Ebonyi North.
Yeah. When it comes to Ebonyi North, since the inception of the state, the senatorial district had an agreement. It will only take one term for individuals. That can give you background history. Starting from 1999, don't forget that Ebonyi State was created in 1996. We have a still administrator and commander Waterfegabo. From Waterfegabo to Odoye. After Odoye, we had the first election in 1999. And Samegu took over as a governor. Senator Sylvanus Ngele, representing Ebonyi North in the Senate, did for one tenure based on the agreement we had in the zone. I came back and handed over to Senator Chris Nshie. Senator Chris Nshie finished his tenure and came back and handed over to Senator Antonio Agbo. Antonio Agbo finished his tenure and came back and handed over to Senator Chris Nwankwo. Senator Chris Nwankwo finished his tenure and came out and handed over to Senator Sam Ominyegu. That was 2015. Senator Sam Ominyegu finished his one tenure in 2018. That was the first time I came out for Senate based on the agreement. I ran the election to an extent. I won Samegu in primaries. You can confirm that from every quarter of the country. But state government there, and under the leadership of Engineer Dave Umahi as a governor, manipulated the system. After pleading with me, I rejected it because I told Umahi then as a governor that he is from the south. The arrangement of the south is different from the arrangement of the northerners. We are from the north, and we have a policies that guide our zone, and this is the policies. There is no stakeholder in the north that is not aware of that arrangement. So, but because of power of incumbency as the governor then, he manipulated the system, paid them not to change the light. He manipulated the system and stole my mandate and gave to Samegu. And that was the reason why Samegu went for second tenure. On the ground that Samu was a former governor, that we should please and allow him. In fact, I have to inform the state government then that this arrangement has altered. But Dave Umahi, as a governor, is alive. He's the current minister of work. Pleaded with me and told me that Samek was a former governor and is an elderly statesman, that we don't need to embarrass him, that I should wait for Samek to finish that second term, that we will go back to that arrangement. This arrangement, today's governor is aware. He was then a speaker of the state house. So when Samek will finish his second term in 2022 to 2023, I came out again to run for Senate for us to maintain that policies. Then they navigated and defected from People's Democratic Party to APC. I didn't join them to defect because they have murdered my ambition earlier, and I don't want anybody to murder my ambition again. So I contested under People's Democratic Party. That was 2022 to 2023. But along the run, the court, because of the parallel PDP primaries then.
Mr. Ojimba, are you still there? We have a network challenge through to Mr. Ojimba, but it's an interesting trail there. And he's been talking about how the system was manipulated to favor certain persons to run. He's particularly mentioned the name of a former governor at the time. And he says he's tried to, not tried now, he's contested the senatorial ticket again this time around. But we're interested in knowing those who will now have to add allegedly manipulated the system when he was to contest in 2022, I believe, when the now current senator contested and returned. And prior to that time as well, when the former governor was allowed to contest the senatorial ticket in 2019, I believe. But he's a bit, quite accurate on the fact that most of the senators from Ebonyi North had served only one term. Going through the list now of Senator Anthony Agbo, Senator Christopher Ishi, we've seen one term. But is it true that there was a written agreement? Perhaps that would be the next stop if we have Mr. Ojimba back on the program. If there was a written agreement that indeed aspirants from that particular part of Ebonyi State, Ebonyi North, sign to an agreement, or is the agreement just between Mr. Ojimba and the current senator representing that part of the country? So if there was a written agreement, are party members aware? And there's also another part that he needs to explain, being a member of the All Progressives Grand Alliance right now. And the current senator, of course, is an APC senator. So those gray areas, we need to clarify as we progress in this conversation. And of course, we must also hear from the Deputy Chief Whip himself on this particular matter, such that we can balance the conversation. We have Mr. Ojimba back on the program. Mr. Ojimba, you were talking about, some persons manipulating the system to favor the former governor who did two terms as senator, which was a departure from the political norm from that part of the country where the senators did only one term. Can you give us clarity over those who are responsible for this?
Of course, the then government were responsible for that. And my annoyance was that the then government is from the south, and they are not from the north. They just came to disrupt the arrangement of the zone. And that is the reason why when Ebonyi today is coming out for second term, or even when he knew that it is not right for him to vie for second term.
Mr.
He knew.
Just a moment, sir. So, as we speak, you're a member of ABGA. Mr. Nwebonyi, yeah. Senator Nwebonyi, who is the Deputy Whip, I think, of the Senate, is also not a member of your party. He's a member of the All Progressives Congress and the principal officer of the National Assembly. And from what we glean by your submission is to the effect that there is an understanding in Ebonyi North. This understanding, is it based on the people, or is based on politicians, or is it politicians or a particular political party? Because sometimes that argument comes up that that is a PDP arrangement, that's an APC arrangement. Who are the people involved? Is it the people of Ebonyi North? Because he has a legitimate right to contest an election to the National Assembly as many times as he wants. And under another political party, in this case, because you're not even in his party.
Okay, thank you. The arrangement is of the people, not of any political party. It's the people of Ebonyi North that has this arrangement. Do you understand? The arrangement is of the people, not of the political party. Thank you.
So if that is here, so why are you worried? If the people have said and have agreed to the fact that when it comes to Ebonyi North, I think, let me, so it's Ebonyi North has Abakaliki, Ebonyi, Izi, Ohaoku. Now, when it comes to Ebonyi North, if it's really the people's arrangement, and then it is an understanding that you have, nobody goes beyond the first, and maybe apart from Samego, you shouldn't be worried, because if it's the people's arrangement, the people will naturally come for you. Don't you think so?
Thank you so much. I am not worried. They are the one worried. I am not worried. I am ready for the election. They are the one disturbing me, sending a lot of messages that I should step down, how he's a principal officer, how they are in a ruling party. I told him that someone who is on a position shouldn't be scared of going for a contest. I am ready for that election, and after the victory of that election, I will come to your office. I will shake you by that time. I'm not worried. I'm not bothered about the victory of this election. You watch and see. We're in the same country now. Yes.
I'm just curious, because we've had this cycle. You've listed the people who have gone to represent the people. And I wonder, just how much of a value have the people of Ebonyi, particularly the northern senatorial district now, how much of value have they gotten from this representation? Because what you may be telling them is, come out again, let's go through this process again, and really, there's really not much to show for it. So speak to us about what value really this has given the people of Ebonyi State, because I've been there. I've spent at least a year there, and I can tell you that a lot needs to be done for those people of Ebonyi State.
Okay. If I may say, I think, let me start with the fact that Ebonyi State is made up of 3 zones, and Ebonyi North is the most populated zone across the state. In fact, the 50% population coming up from Ebonyi North. And of a truth, not minding the fact that 4 years in office may require more years. But because of the population, let me use the Z local government for example. The Z local government does not have anything less than 500,000 persons. Abakaliki has not less than 400,000 persons. Ohaku has not less than 400,000 persons. Ebonyi has not less than 350,000 persons. If you could join these together, you know the number of population we have in this zone. And because of this alone is enough reason. 4 years is not 4 months. Whatever you can offer to us within that 4 years is enough for us, for another person to take a bite.
I'm sorry,
So,
did you say,
note,
forgive me, did you say take a bite? Are you saying this as some cake to bite from?
A bite
this is service.
A bite of the positions. Leadership is a bite. Why? Because when you show your style of leadership, it is not left for the people to fall in love with you.
No, you know, when you say, when you say bite, it connotes that you're going there to eat, bite. When you bite something, it's like biting food. So, you are going to serve and ensure the people eat first, in that sense, if you're using that terminology. So it's not to take a bite.
When you come to that, I will tell you, I will ask you to make inquiry. Despite the fact that I'm a businessman, I have done more than what the politicians have not done, even those who represent it is. You can make that inquiry. So when I'm coming to represent, I'm not coming to eat money. God has blessed us, and we are not taking the blessings of God for granted. If I am not mistaken, you can ask a question. We are the people that construct roads in our community, concrete pavement roads, our business money. I don't know whether you share with me. If I am not mistaken, there is no politician in the whole Ebonyi state that has scholarship more than me as a person. If anybody told you that, tell him to bring the list. I will present my own across the state, including the former governor. Do you understand? So when it comes to buy it, probably you think you want to buy it money or you want to buy that. I am not coming there for money. God has blessed me, and nobody is bragging about that. But the truth remains the fact that our people need a better representation. A representation where all of us will be valued. A representation whereby all of us in the zone will be accommodated.
All right. You talk about talk about poor representation, and of course you've also been speaking in other platforms besides this one. But there are reports that the current representative, Senator Ebonyi, has attracted road projects and solar power projects to parts of Ebonyi North. So this, punctures your argument that the senator has not been performing in the last 4 years.
There is individual difference. His own performance may be different from my own performance. As a businessman, my performance is greater than his. So, and I will do better than him once I am elected. So, and I urge him to come down and allow the people to choose who will lead them or who represent them. It's not a fight. Nobody is ready for a fight. I'm not ready for that, even though I've been a victim because of this. So, but the truth remains the fact that our people need a better representation. And I think, and I know vividly well that I will do better than him. And he knew.
All right. We'll have to anchor the conversation at this point. Senator, pardon me, Mr. Chikodiri Ojimba is a businessman
Thank you for calling me Senator already. Thank God I have won the election. Thank you so much.
Well, we don't know that yet, Mr. Ojimba. We'll have to wait until the elections in 2027 to find out if indeed you will win the election or Senator Ebonyi will be returned. Mr. Chikodiri Ojimba is an Africa chieftain and, of course, a businessman from Ebonyi State and an aspirant for the Ebonyi North senatorial race. Thank you for coming through on this particular conversation.
Thank you so much.